Hi, good afternoon. This is a tough day. I'm WC Turk.
I'm Ryan Murray.
We're Revolution in Beer. This is what we're supposed to be about. Being out here with the community. We're out here with the Dolores family, who's being evicted today. They were guests on our last show of the season, of last season. Spoke about affordable housing and eviction. They've been fighting that process for some time. This is what that looks like. We wanted to bring you out here today. We wanted to bring their story to you. We're going to hear from them in just a bit. Brian?
Yeah, I was actually being a little lazy this morning, catching up on a little bit of sleep because we had a launch party to invite a lot of the people that have been on our show, including the Dolores family were there, over at the Leadway last night to celebrate the launch of the Anti-Eviction series. I was getting some much needed rest after being up way too late, and heard my phone go off a couple of times. Received a text from a friend and colleague of mine that there was a family being evicted here at 7250 Claremont. So I got up, it woke me up, and I come out, and to my surprise, it was actually Maria Dolores and her family who were guests on our show. So very much cold awakening for me today, and I've been out here trying to help, kind of trying to stay out of the way. There's a U-Haul truck and a crew that was hired by the sheriff's department to come evict them, to move their stuff out of the home. They're going through the frantic process of trying to figure out what they're actually going to keep, what can fit on the truck, what they can move in other people's vehicles, and also what they're going to let go of. So as you can see straight through here, there's a lot of furniture that is being set out. They're going to try to have a rummage sale tomorrow. There's actually a block party that they organized that's going to be happening here tomorrow. We're expecting quite a number of people, probably upwards of 200 perhaps, because groups from the south side and west side are also going to be coming, pitching in. Central Autonomo is here, Citizens United Against Foreclosure and Eviction is here, and yeah, basically we're helping this family move their life and existence out of their home. So it's pretty much what we're doing.
So we're gonna bring you up to date. We're gonna get Maria and Geraldo and some other folks over here to tell you a little bit more about this. I know we've said it before, but this is a very special episode of Revolution in Beer. But this is a really important issue to us, and obviously a very important issue. This is a tough day for the Cavillo family and the Dolores family. So we wanted to bring you the reality of eviction in this city and this country, and what's happening to people almost under the radar here. But it's a tragic event, and something that everyone should know about.
And you'll notice there's a good number of people here and a lot of really upstanding organizations that are working on these issues. There happens to be no mainstream media here at all covering these sorts of things. They won't show you this sort of stuff on the news. They don't necessarily want you to see it, because this is a crack in the American dream that we're all trying to fill. So.
I wanted to jump in here and just make sure the folks know that we're talking to Geraldo Cavillo, who's been closed on today.
Evicted?
Yeah, evicted today. So you've been going through this process for a little while.
Yes, actually that's my sister's house. I just moved from Texas 6 months ago.
Yep.
So it was her place. My sister will live, my sister, her son, his family, and myself. 2 kids.
Can you give everybody at home? Can you give them a little bit of background on this whole process?
Okay, my sister's been living here for 10 years. Fannie Mae, the bank sold her house to Fannie Mae without her even knowing. So she went through a process of a divorce, and she missed like 1 or 2 payments maybe, but she was trying to negotiate with them to get an agreement on how the payment will be.
Yes.
They didn't want to negotiate ever.
Yeah.
And we've been doing protests, sending letters, calling almost every week. And they never wanted to negotiate with her.
So they didn't want to give an inch. They didn't want to talk to her. They didn't want anything.
They didn't want anything.
Okay.
So that's what that was to this day.
Yes.
That's where we're at. But it was not for the lack of payment. She owns a daycare, which is a big success in the neighborhood. It's not for the lack of payment. We were just at a stage where what kind of payment,
Right.
and
you need to negotiate.
and they didn't.
And how long has she been in this home?
10 years.
10 years.
More than 10 years.
She's I mean, you know, she's not living on public aid. She's not.
No.
She is a productive member of this community,
Yes.
providing an important service for this community.
Plus, with her home daycare,
Yeah.
she provides service for low-income families with no charge, and we provide mental health services, English classes, ESL. We do block parties for the community with free food. We just did a book fair. We sold books for little money just to get the community involved around it.
Yeah.
I mean, she's part of the community.
Yeah.
Does a lot of good.
And I think that's one of the reasons that we wanted you guys on the show initially was because you are so active in the community. So, do you told me something earlier that you thought that you were being evicted today for a very specific reason. Do you want to talk about that on camera? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
I think our feeling is because we sent a press release. We're going to do a bus tour this coming June 8th, and we feel that because it's the central location of the bus tour and the block party, maybe the sheriff or the bank focus on this house. Because
thought that this was the day to act, or maybe even a little bit of retribution
or intimidation.
Or keeping you from being able to build your connections closer within the community.
Yeah. So what they're doing is just, you can just see the people from the community coming, and more people. We just asked them not to come, but more people are coming. And so this is not something that they're going to intimidate us, just going to make us stronger.
Yeah. And just to let everyone know, the purpose of the bus tour was for housing and eviction, foreclosure.
Housing and eviction, not just on this house, but all over Chicago.
All over Chicago.
Yeah, we are touring the south, the west, and the north.
Anything that you think people should know about the whole process of foreclosure, the injustice of it, your feelings on what's happened to you in this subject, what this means for you as an American?
I just feel housing is a human right, and there's more empty houses. There's more homeless people than empty houses, you know. And those homeless people can use those houses. And the government, the Obama made a bailout to the bank. How come the bank doesn't want to work with the people?
Yeah. We're still here at the eviction. We're with Miguel Ortiz, and we wanted to talk about, Geraldo told us a few moments ago about the when the police came to the door and how heavy-handed that was. And Miguel, we wanted to talk to you about that moment. If you could sort of describe for everyone what happened.
All right, well, I was sleeping. It was about 9:30,
Yes,
and
sir.
they were knocking hard, like, sheriff, and so I didn't pay attention because I didn't want to open the door.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were coming to evict.
Yeah.
I thought they were just going to put up signs or something.
Yeah.
So finally I heard them say, okay, ram it down. So that's when I was by the window. I was like, wait. And they're like, no, it's too late. We gave you a chance. And they ran me to the window. They came into my room.
You actually made eye contact with them.
Yeah,
and they were
yeah.
I'm going to slide you over
About
just
to
a little bit
swing.
so people can.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so right away I got my phone and I was trying to call Dolores, my mom, and so they're like, put your phone. One of the guys was really mad. He was like, put your phone down. Put it down. I'm like, I'm just trying to make a phone call. Put it down right now and get out.
So you were a criminal in their eyes
Yes.
from the get-go.
And so he got his taser out and he was about to taser me. He's like, I'm gonna taser you right now if you don't put your phone down.
Because you're trying to call it, use your phone.
Yeah. And so I put it down. I had no choice. I got dressed and they're like, get out, go over there. And so I had another guy come, another officer. He's like, all right, you're being evicted. What's your name? He's like, who's Martha? He asked me. I'm like, I told her he's my friend. And who's Dolores? I'm like, she's my mom. He's like, okay, and you need you to sign this right now. If you lying,
Were they
if
here
anything,
in the house with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they were checking everywhere to see if there was anything. And they asked me a few questions. They had a form of the tests, medications, there's money, jewelry. And I'm like, yes or no to whatever the questions were. And they're like, okay, I need you to sign right now. And if you're lying to me, you're going to get arrested. And so, okay. So he's like, go get your wallet right now. Let me see it. So I went to to get my wallet. He's like, let me see your ID. Okay, you are who you are. And they're like, you need to get money. I'm like, yeah, I need to get some money out. He's like, or go get it. I'm like, I need to call my mom to find out where it is. He's like, no, you can't call anybody. Just go get the money. I'm like, I don't know where it is. I need to call her. So they're like, okay, go outside, call her. And I did. I'm like, where is it? And she told me where it was. And she came right away. As soon as I called, she got here in like 2 minutes.
She was at work?
She was at work.
Okay, the daycare.
At the daycare.
Yeah.
And so I also called my wife to see where her money was. And they let me go in and grab it. And as I was grabbing the money, there was a bag and I was putting in some clothes.
Yeah.
And one of the officers came and screaming at me. He's like, what are you doing? You can't grab anything. You can't grab it. You're really mad.
Now, had they told you that before? Had they said anything about don't touch anything, you can't touch
one
anything?
guy said, get your jewelry, anything personal.
Okay, but they hadn't been clear about anything.
No.
So.
And so I told him, well, my money's in this bag. He's like, no, you're lying to me. Get out. I'm like, I need to get my money. The guy told me to get my money. He's like, no, get out.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I need my money. And he's like, where is it? I'm like, it's in this bag with a bunch of clothes. And he's like, take everything out, find it, you can only take the money. I'm like, okay, I'll do that. And then he's like, forget it, just take the bag.
So
he's had to wait long enough for him to make up this.
Yeah, it all happened pretty fast.
Yeah. I wanted to throw something in here, and we've done this before on the show. We were doing this with the group that was foreclosing on people on Pratt. But Sheriff Tom Dart, people are going to see this. We would love to get your reaction. We'll give you a full show to come on and talk about the eviction process, and if the process needs to be, for lack of a better word, hostile or that combative for people who are obviously caught in a very difficult situation and in a very traumatic and chaotic moment and confusing moment. If there needs to be that sort of force leveraged against people, if it needs to be that aggressive.
Yeah, it was very aggressive.
Yeah.
I mean, had it been my mom or my wife, she would have been really scared. If the kids were there, I mean, he tasered out. He was about to taser me.
I'm glad the kids.
All I was doing was just making a phone call. I wasn't even dressed. I was scared. And they were screaming really hard.